Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I'm sorry I haven't. Oh god, I can't even talk. It's pretty much I haven't felt. I've been meaning to. Oh, I can't talk. I've been meaning to record this video for a couple of days. Haven't done it. Main reason, I had surgery on Wednesday, so I've been feeling like shit. It's nothing minor, don't worry. It's not like kidney removal. Yeah, and I just haven't been feeling great as well, so that's always good. But yeah, I'm here anyway. Didn't go to school on Wednesday. I still go to school. Fun. Got a lot of shit for the surgery actually. A lot of people said it wasn't actually a surgery. And I was like, well, they cut bits of my they altered my appearance, so it is. It's not plastic surgery, don't worry, I'm not that weird. It's just normal surgery to get rid of something. Anyway, today we are going to be discussing something I wanted to discuss for a while. Titanfall 2. I've mentioned it maybe 3 times on the channel. And this game is one of my favourites of all time. Just full stop. Out of all the games I've played, this one always has a special connection in my heart for some reason. I don't know why. But today we're just going to kind of briefly flick through it. I'm not going to go too in depth because otherwise we'll be here forever. For instance, explaining stuff like the campaign, because the campaign is quite long and detailed. So we're just going to kind of briefly flick through it so you're not sat here for like 46 minutes going, this is boring. Anyway, yeah, Titanfall 2, The Rise and the Fall. It just sounded good. That's actually like the opening loading screen. Is that picture right there with the Titanfall 2 logo at the top, the soldiers on the right, the main characters on the left, who we'll get into in a minute, and then in the background you got like the cool research facility paradise thingy. Anyway, let's flick through them. So, what is the Titanfall series? A Titanfall universe, I'm kind of reading off here by the way. Titanfall universe is mainly known through 2 games. I think that's the wrong through. Through 2 games. Titanfall, there was an original, and Titanfall 2. The universe in Titanfall is also tied, annoyingly, into the universe of Apex Legends, which came afterwards, not before, afterwards. Everyone thinks it's the other way around, it's not. And Apex Legends actually borrowed a lot from Titanfall franchise, like weapons, characters, lore. The games company was so lazy that they couldn't be bothered creating new stuff for Apex. They just went, hey, we've got a game over here who's struggling. Let's steal all of the things from that and chuck it in Apex. They wouldn't mess with the wall running mechanics though. Well, I think they did release a character who had wall run mechanics as a special ability, and they got blasted for it because they promised they'd never do that. But I would never trust a company like that because of course they're going to do it. If they can make money off it, of course they're going to do it. But yeah, that's kind of like a Titanfall 1 you can't actually play anymore, I'm pretty sure. Kind of got forgotten. Got some good reviews when it came out, but now it's dropped off. Titanfall 2 was kind of the same, but lasted a bit longer. But yeah, the universe of Titanfall is also tied into Apex Legends. Everyone says it's the Apex universe, but it should actually really be the Titanfall universe, because Titanfall came before, so it was actually the OG. Apex came afterwards. I don't know when Apex got launched, but Titanfall was in 2016, I think, too. Titanfall 2 was released in 2016, so that's ages ago. I think Apex was 2018, 19. I don't know. I don't care. I've never played Apex in my life. I think it sucks. That's just my opinion, though. Anyway, next slide. What's this? The storyline of Titanfall 2. So in Titanfall 2, there are 2 characters that you kind of need to ignore my notifications. There are 2 characters you got to focus on. And one of them is on the right. There is a guy. His name is Jack. Jack Cooper is his name. Right? And Jack, he starts. Basically, the campaign is too big to go into, but the basic gist of it is your name is Jack Cooper. You're a rifleman, and you've got to go on this journey to uncover stuff and secrets on a planet and save the galaxy, kind of. And you get just at the start, you get control of a Titan called BT, who we'll go into later. Who is that Titan there? The storyline is honestly amazing. If you've ever played the storyline campaign, it's awesome. If you haven't, I highly recommend you do, especially as I think Titanfall 2 is like $2 on Steam. 100% worth it. And definitely play it, I would say. Definitely play it. The graphics are still really good, despite the game being old, and the just aesthetic and the way the levels, if you can call them levels, technically are designed. The culture, not the culture. What am I doing about? Like the way, like the colors and the highlights in the maps and everything. Oh, it's too good looking. It's such a good game. But yeah, definitely play it because the storyline is amazing. And what sets the game apart from any other game, I think, in my opinion. Next slide. Oh yeah, what made fans love Titanfall 2? Well, this is, if you look at these pictures, I mean, it's the aesthetic, the way it's done. It's not so much having really good graphics, it's just how it's presented to you. It's how it's packaged. Any game can have really good graphics, but not every game can have it packaged in a really good way. It's such a good experience, and people love this game when it came out. It got some people really hated it, but lots of people loved it. Said it was wicked, and I was one of them. I didn't get it when it came out. I remember finding this game. We originally got it from a bin in our local, we call it, it's not GameStop, but EB Games is what it's called in New Zealand. It's our equivalent of GameStop. And I remember finding it just in a bin. They just had like a clearance bin, just getting rid of stuff. And I just found it, and we were like, oh, this looks cool. Why don't we play this? And little did I know that I would fall in love with that very game that was just out there. Because it's so good. I go on and on about how good it is, but it's not even a long campaign. It's somewhat long, but it's not ridiculously long. It's just so good. Just so good. There's lots of emotion as well. It's not just a blank, there's emotion. And at one point, there's one bit in the campaign where I will always cry, and it's the end. Or I at least feel emotional. You know it's a good game when it makes you feel emotional. But I think the thing that made fans fall in love the most was the storyline, the characters, the game, like the settings of the levels and everything all mixed. It was just like the perfect package in terms of having an awesome, playable, enjoyable campaign, which is hard to find. It's better than Call of Duty campaigns aren't actually really that good half the time. They're kind of just repeats of old campaigns. Some of them are good. Like, some of them are really good, the Call of Duty campaigns, but some of them suck. Like, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is a crap campaign. I've played it multiple times now, and I really don't like it. I think it's bland. They skip over a lot of steps, and it's very kind of rushed. There's not a lot of, like... it's not very good. But, yeah, I can't speak for any of the Call of Duty campaigns, because I actually played them. But I've watched them on YouTube a couple of times, so... Yeah. Next slide. Now, this is a big question. Was it actually a good game? Because yes, I can say that the campaign was really good and enjoyable, but was the game itself... Because this game had single player and multiplayer. You got single player campaign, and then you have multiplayer where you can play online with people, like COD's lobbies where you can hop on and play with people. Was it actually a good game? I'm going to say yes. Despite the fact it got massively restricted by something which I'll discuss later, which didn't really, really restrict the game. It was an incident that happened. It was a good game. Combining the Titan like things, like for instance when I say Titan things, these are Titans, I forgot to mention that earlier, with the Titan like game fighting in the Titans, the wall running mechanics, the jumping, the shooting, the jet, like the booster pack, all of it combined with the wall running, and like I said, it was just, it made for a unique battling experience compared to Call of Duty when you run around shooting people, ducking behind walls. This was much more involved and just cool and a bit of a different style. So yeah, was it actually a good game? In my opinion, I think it was solid. I'm not saying it's the best game ever made, of course it's not, right? But I'm saying it's up there in terms of games. I think, at least, that people just don't remember. No one remembers this game, really. It's kind of sad. But yeah, I think it was a great game. Right. Why isn't it talked about much nowadays? Well, these two things on the screen explain it. Apex Legends and hacking. We've spoke about Apex Legends a little bit at the start. Yeah, Apex Legends obviously did get a lot of stuff from Titanfall, so it's become a much bigger game than Titanfall ever was. And the second reason is the one that is famous if you're a Titanfall 2 player. So basically what happened was Titanfall 2 lobbies started getting flooded with hackers. They hacked into the system and they made the game pretty much unplayable. If you tried to load up any multiplayer lobby, it was ruined. You just couldn't play multiplayer anymore. And it got so bad that on console, and I still think on console, you couldn't play multiplayer. It wouldn't work. It was full of hackers and it was just ruined because the company who makes Apex Legends and TitanFall 2 didn't put a good security system on TitanFall 2. They kind of just let it, and then when something did happen, they kind of just poof, they just ignored it. They didn't think it was a big deal. And then when they launched Apex Legends, they thought, hey guys, listen, we've totally fucked up Titanfall 2. Let's just steal lots of things from Titanfall 2, like the guns, the weapons, the lore, and just put it all over into Apex, and we make Apex a really good game. And now look what you've got. Apex is a game known worldwide, and Titanfall 2 is only known by true connoisseurs of the gaming community. And it sucks. And that's why it isn't really talked about. There was a little bit of glow up, but there is still hope. If you get it on PC, you can get something called the North Star client. The North Star client pretty much fixes all those problems. So you couldn't do it on PC, you couldn't play multiplayer. North Star client fixes all of that. It's wicked. There's so much good stuff about it. Definitely get it. And it also allows for a bit of modding if you want to. But yeah, I recommend definitely getting it. Now, not too long ago, I remember 2 people from the game developer actually fixed some things in Titanfall 2. They fixed bugs, they fixed certain issues, and I think they made it playable they made the multiplayer servers playable on both PC and console, which was a huge news throughout the Titanfall 2 community. I remember scrolling on Instagram, just seeing it everywhere. All the Titanfall 2 pages were on about it, like, oh my god, these 2 have fixed it, and everyone was popping off about it, and it kind of rose. I saw a few YouTube videos come out, people talking about it again. It warmed my heart because finally the game had a bit more exposure. This game does not get a lot of exposure. When was the last time you saw a big YouTuber play this? They don't. If they did, it would be a lot more in the community, and it sucks. And now this is, I think, the final slide. Oh no, there's another slide, my bad. BT is the main Titan that you travel with on your journey in the campaign storyline. His full designation is BT-7274. He's a Vanguard class Titan of the Militia SRS. So, something I didn't explain about the storyline, which I forgot to, and I probably should have. The 2 main factions are the Militia, which are the good guys, which is your team, and basically you're trying to take back control of the galaxy because it's getting taken over by the bad guys. And the bad guys are the IMC. IMC stands for Interstellar Manufacturing Corporation. Basically a huge company who makes tons of stuff and have their own private military and run around doing stuff. Killing lots of people, to be honest. Being bad guys. And in this campaign, you come across something called, Apex Predators, which is a nod to Apex Legends that would later be released, so they already had it at that point in works. They're not actually part of the IMC. Apex Legends is like a group who are contracted by the IMC to do work for them, like guarding military outlooks and protecting stuff and that kind of thing, doing contract work. You get contracted by the IMC to go kill people, pretty much, because the IMC doesn't have the time or the capacity or the money or whatever it is to do it. And BT, but he's your companion. You originally get him off your mentor, Captain Lastimosa, who ends up dying by Apex Predator pilots killing him. So you get BT off him and you go on a mission and getting to know BT. And the reason he's such a good character or a side character in the storyline with you is because he evolves. At the start, he's very bland. He's obviously a robot. He was a giant mech with a little bit of personality. But by the end, he has such a big personality. You know, he's got his humour. His sense of humour is wicked. He's got his little jokes. He doesn't understand certain things. Like, you give him the thumbs up and he squints at it like, what the hell are you doing there, mate? It makes me laugh. He's so cool. And he's become so iconic, and the reason he's missed, or the reason it says you will be missed, is because, well, I'm not going to spoil it too much, but at the end of the campaign, he ends up sacrificing his life to, well, that's a big spoiler, but, oh my god, people are texting me. Ends up sacrificing his life to save you, Jack's life. And it's the bit that I get emotional at every time, because you grow with him throughout the campaign. He becomes like your best friend in the game. You come to like him, and then he just gets ripped away from you. Twice, technically. He dies the first time, but then comes back magically. But then the second time, he's gone. Well, sort of, because right at the end of the credit sequence, right at the end, there's a bit where you're outside, or you're in space, you're about to arrive on the planet Harmony, which is the planet you've just saved from being zapped. I'm not going to explain the super weapon that is in this game, because that's what you're trying to stop. It's very complicated, and I can go into it in a separate video, and I might do, depending on if this gets any glow up, which it won't, but who knows. It's already 15 minutes long, gosh dang, I gotta hurry up. Yeah, Jack's helmet starts beeping, and it beeps, and people found out actually it's Morse code, and it's beeping. Jack, hello, is the message that's beeping in. And it's saying BT is still stuck in, some of them is stuck in Jack's helmet. So he's technically still alive, but we're never going to get a Titanfall 3, or it's very unlikely. So, yeah. But yeah, he will be missed, because if you play the game, you'll understand what I'm all about. And the last side, will there be a Titanfall 3? Which is ironic, because I just said no. I personally think no. I don't see there being one. It's been a long time, and we've heard nothing. They apparently were working on one, so it is possible they could resurrect the project, but it would... Titanfall 1 wasn't a big financial success, and neither was Titanfall 2. It got... Lots of people liked it, but not a lot of people wanted to buy it, or it didn't sell well like COD or another game, or Apex Legends sold really well. A lot of people played that game, so I don't think it's gonna... But we can all hope, because I want to see where it's gonna go. I want to see Jack and possibly BT resurrected, saving the galaxy, or the galaxy that they're in. It would just be awesome, and it would be so cool to see. Bring back the wall jumping mechanics, bring back the mech fighting or the Titan fighting, bring back all that stuff, it'd be awesome. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I know it's a bit different to what I usually post, because I don't usually post videos talking about games, but it's been a passion of mine, and I really like Titanfall 2. I think it's a great game that's very underrated, and I recommend, if you have a console or a PC of some kind that can run pretty good games, go and check it out, go and investigate it. I think it's wicked, and I think it's a game not many people appreciate. Anyway, we're already 17 minutes into the video, so I'm just going to wrap it up quickly. Thanks for watching, I'll see you later, and hopefully it'll be another video somewhat soonish. Bye bye.